everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of BMS Talk, a podcast where the voices of students, teachers, and staff at BMS matter. I'm Michaela, and today we're talking about something super important for every student: feeling safe and supported at school. And joining me in this very special episode is Miss Anggun, the head of the Child Protection Committee at BMS. Hi, Miss Anggun. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Mika.
How are you today, Miss Anggun?
I'm great. This is Friday and we're feeling great. Yeah.
I'm really excited to have you here, Miss. Since this is our very first episode, it is such a perfect topic to start with because feeling safe is something every student should have at school. Before we get into the question, Miss Anggun, could you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Anggun. I have been teaching chemistry year 9 to year 12 in BMS following curriculum GCSE and A-level since 2017. And I have been teaching chemistry for 15 years in my career. And yeah, this is my current workplace, which I'm very happy in. And yeah, welcome everyone to the BMS First Podcast.
Okay, thank you, Miss. So, to start off, what is Child Protection Committee, or CPC? Who's actually a part of it?
Oh, thank you for the question. So I think before we address that question, I would like to introduce you and everyone who's watching here to a concept of human needs that is proposed by a very famous, prominent American psychologist named Abraham Maslow. So according to the interpretation of this human need, there are 5 sets of human basic needs that are related to each other in a hierarchy manner. So if you can think of the very famous structure in the world, the Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, those 5 sets of basic needs are arranged according to the structure of the pyramid, which means that the most important, most critical need that human would need to actually achieve the full potential of himself or herself will be located at the bottom of the pyramid. And then the second most important need will be located directly on top of it. And we go on so forth and so on until we get to this full self-potential at the top of the pyramid. Now, in order to achieve the very top of the pyramid, obviously we need to fulfill the basic need first. Now, the most basic thing that human need in order to survive, what can you think of? Like, what is the most basic thing human need to survive in the world? That without it, we cannot live. What is it, Mika?
Food, water.
Food, water, very good. Food, water. And imagine if you live in, I don't know, a place with cold climate. For example, Alaska. There are people who live in Alaska, right? You would need warmth as well. Right? And apart from that, you also need shelter. So those are the most basic things that human need in order to survive and continue on, fulfilling the full self potential. And then directly on top of that, physiological needs that we just talked about is the safety and security. Now, safety and security from what? From harm, from abuse, from threat. That is the second most important layer. And directly on top of it, we have the love and belonging. Obviously, Mika, like, you need to be loved. You need to feel that you belong to something.
Of course.
And obviously, you have loved ones. Everyone does, right? And we have loved ones, and we hope to be loved back by those loved ones.
Of course,
everyone, right? Everyone has loved ones, I'm sure. And then directly on top of I would say like the fourth layer would be the self-esteem. This is where, you feel like I need self-esteem to actually, go out and then do something that is beneficial to the world. And then at the top of that will be the self-actualization. This is where personal growth, it's about career, it's about what do I want in life. And in order to fulfill that at the top of the pyramid, you need to start from the bottom, obviously. So with children, these needs become rights. Okay, and everyone needs to understand that these children rights need to be fulfilled by the adults around the children. Okay, especially those adults that are directly responsible for the children, parents, older siblings, maybe teachers, because we're talking about BMS as an institution, education institution. Teachers, all of the adults work non-teacher staff, for example, security guards, even cleaners, they have to understand that children have rights and needs to be fulfilled. And it is their rights that we have to give, right?
Yes.
Now, Children Protection Committee in BMS
Yes.
actually is here to ensure that every child rights or every child needs are met. And then while they're in school, we need to make sure that the child can thrive to be the best version of themselves. And in short, we protect the children and promote their welfare through all of the seminars, all of the measures that we take, so that we make sure that every school stakeholders, all the way from teachers, principal, headmasters, cleaners, staffs, they are well aware of these children rights and that there are values that needs to be upheld the whole time in order to make sure that children rights are met in this institution.
Oh, okay. Yes, I completely agree with your statement, but let's be real. Can we actually trust the Child Protection Committee? Like, how do we know our report won't just be swept under the rug?
That's a very good question, actually. Well, Mika, that is why this is what I emphasize to every students, especially in high school. We want students to go to the teacher that they trust the most. It doesn't have to be me as the head of CPC or Mr. Jimmy as the member of CPC. It could be anybody. It could be a teacher that you know very well from you were in year 1, for example. Someone in primary school. As long as you feel comfortable with her or him to talk. And the system is put into place so that confidentiality and privacy of whoever report, whoever insists that there is a case going on, can be preserved. So it's very important. Confidentiality and privacy and secrecy sometimes are necessary. We need to keep that in place. And the system that we put into the standard operational procedure in handling delicate cases, ensure that you feel safe and secure with this. And if you don't feel you are safe with anyone, to be honest, if you don't feel that you can trust anyone in school, you can always reach out to you can always reach out via the Google form link that is always embedded weekly in high school letter, and through that form you can fill out any concern you have. You can report any case, anything that you feel wrong, and we always act upon whatever cases, even though it feels small, but for us there's no case that is too small to actually follow up. And we're happy so far that if we are not trusted, then there will be no reports coming to us, right?
True.
Now, even though those are small cases, I think I would confidently say that we still have students come to us.
Yes.
And we always treat them with necessary care that they need. Sometimes it is secrecy, sometimes it is confidentiality, sometimes they just need someone to talk to. We always handle every case with strict confidentiality if it is needed, and we are lucky that they still trust us up to this point because we still have reports coming to us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Small cases.
Small cases.
Thank God, the small cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we report something about a teacher or staff, what's stopping them from finding out and targeting us later?
Also a very good question.
Yeah.
Well, what's preventing teachers or staff members, adults basically, right, from targeting you or finding out that you are the report? Well, it's yours truly. Who will prevent them? Now, it might sound like a joke, but there is a certainly small grain of truth over there because, as the head of CPC, I have to make sure that I could act like a bridge, right? Sometimes it is needed. Now, again, we're lucky to be in a system where teachers and other staff members in this institution know and aware of children's rights and what's need to be done in order to handle delicate cases. Because when we're dealing with things that involve students underage,
Yeah.
we have to be careful, right?
Yes.
And there were cases where I had to be a bridge between teachers and students because we're human beings, we're just humble human beings, right? We make mistakes. Now, it doesn't
That's
have
true.
to be a real abuse case. And I will tell you that I love false alarm better than the actual case that is hidden.
Oh.
Like, whenever you feel wrong, just come to me. I
Okay.
love false alarm better than the actual case being hidden,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
So no matter how small, I would act upon it, and we're capable of making mistakes, like I said, and that sometimes teachers say something that are not perceived as super what is it that is not super nice, maybe not super kind to the students, but then I'm happy to tell you that in many cases we always come with a resolution where then students and teachers are can communicate each other at the end of the day, and then both parties sometimes it's really important to actually sometimes see things from third party, third perspective.
Yes.
And I sometimes be that third perspective. So that is what I'm talking about being a bridge between two parties being involved over here, especially with students underage. And yeah, we're very lucky that we have teachers in a system that really open to inputs, and they're happy to be openly criticized, I would say, and you should be feeling lucky actually to have such teachers. And I'm happy to work among those colleges. They're capable, and they're good people with good intention for students actually. So yeah, that's what BMS is all about, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes what we see or experience doesn't look like a serious abuse, but it still feels wrong though. How do we know what's worth reporting? As you said about the small cases. Yes.
You just answered your own question actually there. You just pinpoint something really important issue. That is, I feel that very profound over here. When to report? Well, the answer will be on your next sentence, to be honest. When it feels wrong.
Oh.
Okay? When it feels wrong. Now, let me just tell you something that is maybe not super comfortable. It's not soft to the ear, not super comfortable to hear. But the National Committee of Children Protection in this country recorded over 20,000 cases of children abuse in this country. 2023. And unfortunately, the number is increasing. In the following year, which is 2024, it is a little over 21,000 cases. Yes, not kidding there. And there is a national survey as well that recorded 9 out of 100 children in the age of 13 to 17 have been a victim of abuse. What abuse? Sexual abuse.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's not comfortable to hear. And I'm afraid that this is just a tip of the iceberg, because looking at this number, hearing this number makes you wonder how many cases that are not reported. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Think of it like, okay, wow, it looks big, 21,000 cases. But how many cases that are not reported? Right? How many cases that are hidden because of stigma, because of shame, because of social pressure, maybe from the surrounding, right? And that is sad. That is sad. And talking about the numbers, those numbers come from reports, and that is why circling back to your question, reports are very important. Okay, and from then on, we can act upon the abuse that might have happened. And I would stress it again, I would prefer a false alarm.
Yes.
Many false alarm over an actual abuse case that is hidden.
Yeah.
Because of whatever reason. Any day, I would love false alarm. And then I would say that every once in a while, I think we have programs in place in BMS. Every once in a while, we talk to students about it.
Yes.
We encourage students to, not feel shame, not to feel shy whenever they feel that, there's something wrong. I feel something wrong that should be reported. Whenever they feel doubt, just, find someone to talk to and then talk about it. Because you never know. You never know.
But I think a lot of students think reporting is like a drama or snitching. Like, how do we convince or encourage people to speak up and change that mindset of them?
Well, Mika, if you found a friend that just broke his or her leg, what would you do? During a dance practice, during a dance routine that you usually do, for example, what would you do?
If she broke her leg,
Yes.
I would have taken her to the clinic
Very
instantly.
good. You would seek help
Yes.
immediately
Yes.
without
Hesitation.
even thinking,
Yeah.
what should I do? Yeah, let me think about it. I think I should keep it hidden away because it's such a shame that a dancer like you actually break a leg. Like you shouldn't do it. You're a dancer, for example. You wouldn't do that,
No, I
right?
wouldn't.
Like the natural instinct of any good person would be, let me help you. What would I do?
True.
How would I help you?
Yeah,
Let me
true,
find
true.
someone who
Yeah.
can actually help you. Let me take you to the clinic, right? It's the same thinking that should be applied to every sexual or any verbal or any physical abuse that happens with your friends as well.
Yes.
Think of it as a help. Think of it as a care because it's actually an act of care.
Yes.
It comes from a good place, right?
Yeah.
It's compassion, not shame, not harming. And think of yourself being in the same situation. Won't you want someone to help you out?
Yes.
Right?
If I was in that
Would
situation.
you would want a friend who actually immediately, do the action?
Yes.
Find someone, find an adult that can help you.
Yes.
Think of that way instead of feeling, there's such a drama. Don't be dramatic. Don't report. We never know, like I said, right?
Yes.
If you were in the same situation, you would want someone to help you. Even though you're not the victim, you're just someone who witnessed, report. Because one day it could be you, right? And good karma always come to the good people.
Yep.
Back. Circling back, right?
Yes.
One day maybe it could be me, could be my sibling, could be my mom, could be my dad, right? Could be
Yes.
anyone that I love in that situation. And good karma will bring good people back to you, right? Good people report
Yes.
to you. And I would like to quote a very, beautiful message by Maya Angelou, a very famous writer. So she said once that just do right. Right might not be expedient. It might not be profitable, but it will satisfy your soul.
Yes.
It brings you the kind of protection that no guardians, no bodyguards cannot give you. Doing the right things, taking that quote, interpreting this quote means that doing the right things make you sleep better at night. And we live to find peace, actually. We just, we work, we help friends, we talk to friends, we go to school, we do your homework. We do everything that, what is demanded or expected from us as human beings to what? To sleep better. We just want to go home, be with our loved ones,
Yes.
and feel better, feel good about ourselves.
Yes.
And that comes from a good peace of mind.
Yes.
Doing the right thing, even though it is difficult, will bring you peace in your
Yes.
mind, so that you can sleep better at night.
Okay.
So be good. If you have to choose, be kind.
Yes. Be kind, everyone.
Be kind.
Okay, last question. If a teacher or even a friend crosses a line, what's the first thing we should do? Like, who do we actually talk to, and what happens next?
Can you please repeat that question again?
Yes. If a teacher or even a friend crosses a line, what's the first thing we should do? Like, who do we actually talk to, and what happens next? What do you think?
Circling back to the previous answer.
Yes.
Report. Obviously, right? Report to someone you trust. Like I said, could be your homeroom teacher, could be a teacher from primary school, could be a teacher from middle school, could be some random teachers you find in the corridor and you feel, I can trust this guy, for example, yeah, if you
Yes.
feel, if you feel that this person is trustworthy enough, just report, because CPC works by reports, and even over the smallest thing that doesn't seem like like a case, we still work on it, because like I said, who knows?
Yes.
Because we work on this phenomena where many cases goes unreported, right?
Yes.
So we want to give a peace of mind to anyone, any students, that whoever you report, whatever small it might sound like to you, your feelings is valid,
Yes.
right? Whatever you feel angry, you feel sad, you feel neglected, and so you feel abused, maybe, it is valid, right? Every
Yes.
feeling, you need to know that every feeling is valid. Nobody should tell you that, oh, you shouldn't feel that way, I think you're overreacting, I think you're being dramatic, I think you're being a drama queen or something. It's valid. The feeling is there for a reason.
Yes.
It's actually evolutionary thing of a human to actually feel something when it to actually feel a negative emotion when it feels not right, so that it could protect you further from harm, social harm, right? Or maybe it comes from stress, we don't know, but we always treat every report that comes to us with confidentiality and secrecy if that's necessary. And even if you still are unsure about who to report to, you can always reach out to us through the CPC, the CPC anonymous link, where you can
Yes.
click and then just type out your report there, and somebody will reach out to you. Somebody that care about you, and somebody who believe that your right should be upheld.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Anggun, for being a part of our very first episode of BMS Talk. I hope this conversation helps everyone feel more confident to speak up and know that they are never alone. And to everyone listening, don't forget to follow our social media for more stories, conversation, and voices that matter. I'm Michaela, and this is BMS Talk. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Miss.